Hi, my name is Janet Laub, and I'm going to be talking about the picture exchange communication system that was developed in 1985 by Frost and Bondi. It is a communication system often used with individuals with autism. It's good for those who are nonverbal typically or have minimal vocal abilities. And it's simple to use and easy to learn. There are 6 different phases in the program. From my experience personally, I've usually only been through the first few phrases because many of the individuals I've worked with have been on the lower functioning end. But anyway, this is a sample of a book, picture book, PECS book. In the beginning, you want to start off with reinforcer assessment or preference assessment to see what are the preferred items or foods that the child would want. And then when you have figured that out, you want to choose one of the items, the most highly preferred items to target initially. And initially you're going to use, let's say a cookie is a preferred item, so you have the cookie item. And with PECS, you're teaching the learner to give this to an adult, someone else who has access, and they'll trade this in for an actual cookie. And then eventually it'll work up to where you'll have the I want cookie. So in the beginning, the learner ideally, someone would be prompting. So there'd be one adult that would prompt the child to take the icon off the book and hand it to the other adult. And then the other adult says, I want cookie. And then give the child the cookie. The idea is that eventually the child will end up modeling if vocal abilities are emerging. I've seen that with several clients I've worked with over the years that they don't have vocal ability or it's minimal, and then eventually they're not saying I want cookie. It might even just be, I have had clients, they might just say cook, or they might not say anything if they have no vocal ability, which is one of the positives of this program is that it allows children with autism with no verbal ability to get their needs met. One of the downfalls of PECS, from my experience with some clients, is that parents will complain they have to bring the book with them, and they find that frustrating, or they'll forget the book if they go into the community. But I think on the whole that this program is very beneficial, and because anytime the child would bring the picture icon to someone, that person would know exactly what they want. So if they bring a picture of the chips, it's obvious what chips are. And then as you go into it's the second phase of the program, you would want to teach the child to take the icon and bring it over to someone across the room. And then another phase deals with discriminating. So then you're going to bring in more icons. You'd initially want to start with, let's say bread was something that the client didn't want. You would put bread and the chips on. So you would have a more preferred item, the chips that the child wants, and you would have an item bread, a less preferred item, and you would work on the discrimination. I would say there are more benefits than not benefits with this program, even though it is maybe inconvenient to bring the book around. You can get smaller books than this one. I've seen some that are much smaller and just have a few icons. But it would be a good way to replace a lot of times when you'll see that clients will have tantrums or other behaviors because they don't know how to communicate. So I've seen the PECS program be very useful with that. Good luck, and thank you for listening.